This is the 4-month maceration update for Club de Nuit Woman by Armaf. Main accords are citrus, patchouli, rose, woody, fresh, spicy, aromatic, earthy, powdery, warm, spicy, and musky. Top notes are orange, bergamot, grapefruit, and peach. Middle notes are rose, jasmine, lychee, geranium. Base notes are patchouli, musk, vanilla, and vetiver. So the way I macerate is as soon as I get my bottle, I then push the atomizer completely down all the way until it doesn't go down anymore. And I do that 15 times in a row. You can spray wherever you want. For me, for my documentation purposes, I do spray it in a clean cloth or a clean rag. My frequency of doing this is once a month, and the reason that I do that is because I have tried and tested it, and I did it more frequently. I did not see a difference, and it gets overwhelming. Another thing is I didn't want to waste any juice, so once a month for me is good enough. You do whatever you want. That's your choice. That's just what I do, and I do get these questions all the time, so I'm just making sure I'm getting it out of the way so you know how I do it, and hopefully it works out for you as well. Okay, so it opens just like Coco Mademoiselle, and I did wear Coco Mademoiselle last week. It's very strong. They have the same strength. They have the same strength and the same longevity. It opens to that patchouli balm, which starts to slowly dissipate immediately for this one. For Coco Mademoiselle, it's about 20 minutes to 2 hours. The patchouli balm really stays longer. I think I've mentioned it before in my other updates, or possibly my first impression, that this, for me, it somehow encapsulates what people love about Coco Mademoiselle and why Coco Mademoiselle is a classic fragrance. And I do believe if you ever want to drop that much coin, that this is something like a rite of passage. This was for me. You know what I mean? So for 2 to 3 minutes, very beautiful. If you're looking for a signature scent, I'm not really a signature scent type of person. I wear whatever I want. However, I do know there are people that want to do something like that. So this is, I can see this there. What is a signature scent? A signature scent is something that you wear, that's the only fragrance you wear. The people know you because of that fragrance, and that is it. You don't wear anything else. This is one of those fragrances that you can wear this anytime, anywhere, any season, any occasion, all that stuff. This is definitely a crowd pleaser. Be very careful with this one because it is strong. When I did 4 sprays on myself, it was like palpable pounding. It was just like, whoa. You don't need that much. So, yeah. It's sweet, citrusy with some sweet peach that's not juicy at all. When you smell a fresh, organic, unopened peach, that's what it smells like. You have like that. I'm not talking about the ones I usually get in the supermarket, which are pumped up with chemicals. I'm talking about like if you grow your own peach in your yard and it's in season and you're waiting for it to ripen up. And it's a nice, sunny, beautiful, warm day. And you can smell it when you're a few feet away. And it's still hanging off the tree. Because flowers and fruits that are still attached to the plant, that is always the most potent that they smell. That is always the sweetest, the strongest that they smell. And that's what I'm envisioning. It is that kind of like peachy scent to it. Like it's sweet. It's so delectably, intoxicatingly sweet. However, you don't detect the juiciness because it's unopened. That's what this smells like. And it is perfectly mixed in with the citrus notes to make it really bright and happy. So this is one of those fragrances when there are certain notes. I don't remember all of them, but I do remember if it's a citrus note, it's always going to give you that automatic physiological response, emotional response, psychological response of just bright and happy. That's why when you add certain things like that, when you use those kind of fragrances and has that citrus note in there, it's an automatic like uplifting. You know, if you're kind of like kind of dragging that day and you spray something like that, boom, automatic, just automatic sunshine. And that's just the responses that we always get from those kind of notes. It's very beautiful. It gets better every time I smell it, which is great, right? And just, yeah, I don't know who, you know, I'm always doing my videos for me first. It is my shared vlog, journey, diary, all that stuff, and I'm willing to share it with everyone. These are my all unbiased, unmalicious opinions. So if anybody gets offended by any of my videos, that's not my objective. So I don't, you know, just put it in that perspective. I don't know you. You don't know me personally. There is nothing here that I'm trying to be like, you know what, so-and-so, how can I ruin their day? None of that at all. So this is my experience and my opinion. So I'm going to say that I know Coco Mademoiselle is very beloved. Like, I love Coco Mademoiselle. However, the way this is, I feel with overall quality, how the patchouli bomb doesn't linger for 2 hours on me, how it is the part of Coco Mademoiselle where everyone is so addicted to and everyone falls in love with. This is what it is, and because of that, and of course it is much more affordable. Because of that, I do prefer this over Coco Mademoiselle sometimes. I think it's slightly better because of that. I mean, they perform the same way. They're very strong. Coco Mademoiselle is a freaking beast. Don't get it twisted. When you look at Coco Mademoiselle notes, there's a lot of citrus in there. That thing is a beast. I've had that thing for several years, and I've used maybe 10%. It is a beast. Like, I can wear that every single day, and I'll still have that. I only need 1 or 2 sprays of Coco Mademoiselle. It's the same for this one. 1 or 2 sprays, I'm good. I am good. It is that strong. You don't really need a lot. I'm like shocked when I see people showing off this fragrance that they have. And they're like, oh, I've only had this for 1 month, 2 months. What are you doing with it? And they're like halfway gone. What happened, baby? What happened? Why is it like, sweetie, what happened? I don't know what happened. I think they're like putting it in atomizers and putting it in every purse. Something. Because this thing, I mean, you could see I've already put a dent in here, right? And I'm not overspraying because if you do, it's too much. I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, you do you, whatever you want to do. So this is definitely like a lot of bang for your buck. So if you're looking for that luxury designer quality and just the sense of sophistication without having to pay, that price, just check this out. If the notes that I'm telling you, the way it smells is just not for you, that's cool. Not every single fragrance is for everyone. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of fragrances that I even talk about on my series and the Maceration series. I don't love all of them. I don't like all of them. And it is what it is. We all like what we like. We all love what we love. And we also dislike what we dislike. And that's okay. That's okay. So if you want to talk about this fragrance, you got any questions, let me know. If you have suggestions, you want to share your fragrance of the day, I love to know what everybody's wearing because, I just like to know and I like to read about it. And you never really know the gem that you're going to find, what other people are wearing. But if you want to gatekeep, that's completely cool. you know, I'm not going to take offense for that. I understand. So yeah, and anything else, I do appreciate everyone. I love you guys so much. I feel very, very lucky and blessed and grateful and thankful that my community here on YouTube are the best people in the world. You guys are incredible. You're the most beautiful people in the world, and your hearts, your minds, your personalities are even as beautiful as well. So let's always stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Always smell great. I love you. You have a great day.